can go ahead and take a seat. It's great to see you this morning. Man, what a great time of just singing and praising God. I so appreciate all the team that is up here and doing so much. Guys, it is so good to see you. My name is Santosh. People call me Pastor Tosh, whichever is easier for you is good. I'm so glad that you're here. Even this morning, I got to tell you, sometimes people ask me, man, I see you and you have so much energy and excitement. And I got to tell you, as I see you guys coming in, it is genuine. You guys fill me with such excitement. I love you guys. And whether it's new faces that I'm seeing or people that I haven't seen for a while or people that we've been walking together for a long time, you guys all just make me smile. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that God has something special for you this morning. If this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to Saddleback Brea. This is a place that is a welcome place for everybody, all types of backgrounds, no matter where you're coming from, and this is a place you're going to find. Our hope, my prayer for you is that you find not just a place that you can attend, but a true family, a home to belong to. So some of you may have already received it on your way in. If this is your first time, we have a little gift for you on the way out. At the table that you walked by right before you came in, we just have a little gift to say thank you for coming, and we want to give you some things that are just a blessing, a help, a benefit to you. Now, inside your program, you can, everybody go ahead and look inside. We all have some name tags, all right? Now, we do this because we don't believe that what happens here on Sunday morning is just about what happens here up on the stage and on the screen. It's about what also happens everywhere. This is a community, and so we want to know one another. So go ahead. I want you guys to write your names down. Doesn't matter how long you've been coming and part of Saddleback Brea, you can go ahead and put that on because we want to get a chance to know one another. You can't fully belong somewhere if nobody knows who you are, right? So we really do believe in this idea of belonging. We want you to be known, to be seen, to be loved. Now, the last few weeks, we've been talking about relationships, and there's even a little flyer inside your program that talks about some of the important relationships that God talks about for us to have in our life. But we've been doing it the last couple of weeks, and we're continuing it today because we really believe that God actually has something to say. He cares about all of our relationships, so we want to go deeper in relationship. And today, it says that we're talking about marriage, but guys, I want to tell you it's actually deeper than that. It's not just the idea of marriage. So in the Bible, there's different types of love that's talked about. One very famous one in the Greek is called agape, and you may have heard about it. It's this incredible love that God has. It's an undying, unconditional love. He says, no matter what you do, there's a deep love for you. That's the agape love. But there's another one, we talked about it last week. It's phileo love. And that's, if you think of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. It's that idea of phileo is this friendship, this brotherhood love. And we talked about friendships and mentorships before. And then there's another type of love, eros love, and that's that romantic love. Today we're going to dip into that just a little bit. What does that love look like? And what I want to tell you about, you may have got an email from Pastor AJ earlier this week talking about meds, right? About marriage, about engaged, about dating or single. There's a lot of different types of relationships, but God says something about all of them. There is not one that God says, that's the right relationship, that's good. And if you haven't achieved that or if you're not there, then you're not good. God actually says, no matter where you're at in that type, in your life, whatever your relationship status is, God says there's something for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we do that, I want to create a little bit of conversation, okay? So I know it's early. Some of you are like, oh, I don't want to talk with anybody yet. Well, we're going to do it. This is a good family moment, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a few minutes to get up and meet somebody new, not just the person you came with, but go meet somebody new, somebody you haven't talked with. And I want you to think about this question. I want you to introduce yourself, first of all, but then I want you to think about sometime in the past, it could be 2 days ago, it could be 20 years ago, I want you to share a time that with your relationship, maybe you had no relationship, maybe you were single, maybe you had a relationship, but how did God use that state for you, whether you had a relationship or not, to benefit somebody else? How did God use that relationship you had to bring a benefit, to help, to bless, we can use that word, to do something nice for somebody other than you and that relationship, all right? So think about that. How did that relationship make a difference in somebody else's life, all right? So go ahead and stand up. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Go ahead and meet somebody and go talk about that a little bit.